Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for December 17th, 2025. We didn't go for a walk today. It's funky out there. It's like rain. I mean, it's funky, but it's good because we need the rain, you know what I'm saying? But it's raining out there. It's not heavy rain, but it's constant, you know. And the dogs, they don't want to walk in that. We have, because we have had to be in rainy times, you know, before when we're going around the United States. You know, every state really, there was rain eventually or at some time, and they need to walk and they need to go to the bathroom. So, I mean, they have raincoats. I have raincoat, but I naturally like to walk them because, I mean, even though dogs, it's important for them to nap. I mean, if the dog is sleeping all day, it's because that's what they do, you know. But they still need exercise. So, like, maybe for the past hour, I think, we've been playing ball in the house. You know what I like about this place is that there's like a straight through hallway down the middle. Kind of like shotgun house, you know? You know what I mean? I used to have a genuine apartment, and that was like a shotgun apartment, you know? This one just has a hallway in the middle, but it has a long space for them to run. So I can throw the balls for them. Yeah, so I've been doing that, you know. Brian got in a little trouble this morning because, you know, I like to play and then give a little snack, to, you know, congratulate them. But when Brian grabs the snack, he's snatchy. And he has that face like, and I don't like that. He knows it. So what did I do? I snatched the snack away and put that thing back on his mouth. He will learn. Brian is harder to train, right? Because he's spoiled. Chica's good because she's grateful that I rescued her. So everything I tell her, she listens. It's like except for of course when there's another dog or animal out there, then she goes, you know, a little nuts. But I think it's fear, but it's protection at the same time. Because when she was, you know, I mean, I don't know how deep trauma goes for dogs, but I'm thinking it can be just as bad as a human, of course, you know. It's maybe slightly different, whatever, but when she was out there before she came with us, I think she was fighting for her life out there. So that's why, what is this? Oh, it's from the oven. Anytime I have a burn right here, it's usually from the oven. Anyways, she was probably like fighting for her life out there because, you know, if you guys want to know her story, it's through entire of this whole channel. When did I find her? Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. And the first day she came to us, it's on this channel. And her whole journey is on this channel too. So is Brian's. Well, Brian's is, when my journey started, that's when Brian's journey started. Her journey started maybe a year and a half later, I think it is. I think a year and a half later, because I had this trailer. I didn't have the other one. Thank goodness. Because if I had that other trailer, I would have never been able to take her. Never. There's no space. That trailer was so small, barely me and Brian fit in there, you know. But now I have the big trailer, and she gave me those big brown eyes, and I was like, ah. Anyways, you know, she's my dog, and we're allowed to have her. Already went through the proper channels to, you know, make her mine, but that's why, you know, it's so difficult with her when it comes to other animals. You know, I don't get it though when she gets crazy. Well, dogs get crazy for like squirrels and birds. I know that naturally. Brian even does. He wants to chase. But when it comes to bigger animals, yeah, Chica goes nuts. You know, this dog, Chica, she has pretty much kept us safe. Especially like in the mountains. I don't know if any of you have ever tried, but you will see on this channel that we went places where we were all alone in the wilderness. I've seen bears and elk out there, javelinas, coyotes. I've seen all the animals out there, but Chica warns. And sometimes she was barking crazy at the night, and I didn't know what it was. But, I'm thinking whatever it was, she scared it away. So, I mean, Chica. And Brian, he's a good, alarm. He will bark. He won't necessarily attack or do anything like that. Chica will, so just to keep us safe. I think Brian will too. I'm not sure. But, yeah, she's much healthier than, I don't know the exact dates, but if you look back in the, I don't know, I can't, this channel is so disorganized. I have video journal diary section, and then I have a stuff section, which is just random. And then the dog walking videos, people tend to seem to like those a lot, so I kind of made, a separate spot for those, even though there's probably some in the stuff section, because I'm too lazy to go back and organize. That's probably why I don't monetize. I'm too lazy to go through all that stuff. I mean, I'm fine right now. I don't need to, but I mean, everybody could use a little extra dough, but I'm grateful for what I have. And, what can I say? I know a lot of people out there thrive for money, but money is the root of all evil. Evil comes about because of money. I was listening to something today. Oh, last night I had a bad sleep. I think it's because, and you know what? I ate only one time yesterday. I couldn't even finish the whole plate. Something was going on. I don't know. But yesterday, though, I was thinking a lot about the stuff in town. I don't think about that stuff all the time, but when I do, I'm like on a roll. Yesterday was a day of that and thinking about that. Today, kind of don't feel like thinking or doing anything dealing with that. I can, because I have videos I can put out. But I don't feel like it. People can hang on by the edge of their seats if they want. I don't know. I don't know how exciting that channel is over there. That channel is strictly, number one, it's evidence. Yeah. And number two, I don't mind talking shit to these people because they don't belong in these positions. They're losers. For me, they're losers. What can you do? I don't understand, and of course, like I said, money is the root of all evil, but a lot of people get into their fields because they think, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money. Over here, the law enforcement, I'm sure they make a good money here, but I think there should be prerequisites for being law enforcement, to be quite honest with you. Where I used to live in Long Beach, I think every police officer over there, because it wasn't sheriff over those police, they were all veterans. Over here, they try to nab them up out of high school because they are easily manipulated. You know what I'm saying? I met one of the sheriffs over there. Was a young man. I'm not, and I'm not even sure if it was the same guy that came to my house. I can't remember, I'm all right with faces, but not that great. And I met him outside the courthouse one time. I just happened to be there. And I was like, oh my God, you're a baby. You're so young. He must have been like 18 or 19 years old, And I'm all, I can't believe that you are a sheriff or police. I don't remember which one he was either, but he was one of those. I'm like, dude, you need to go live life and experience life. Why would you do this? But of course, people around here, they don't care about anybody but themselves, even the sheriff's department, because why would you encourage someone like that to become a sheriff with zero experience? Okay, they go to the sheriff's school or the police academy, whatever academy they had to go to. Okay, and that person can slip up. That person can get hurt because I'm telling you, it's not enough training. You know, and I don't know that any of these sheriffs have went to college. I think to be in a certain position, you have to go to some legal school or some sort of something like that. So you know the law. You have to know that stuff. And I'm sure it's paid for if you want to volunteer your life for your community. And that's a good, honorable person, but not if you're corrupt. If you think, you know, that your higher position is going to keep you safe forever and you are corrupt, you're wrong. Somebody always will find out. I don't get why people continue to do treacherous and wretched things to each other or to other people. Eventually, you will get caught. Especially if you're in the public eye. You're less likely to get caught if you're a serial killer hiding than you would a public figure, because everything is for public view of you. I don't feel bad about, you know, that one time that I had to yell to the sheriffs and all those people standing around shooting the shit, shooting the breeze out there, get back to work. I'm not afraid to speak up to these people because they work for me, but they act like I'm in debt to them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, gotta vote all these people out. Anyways, that was just a little tidbit of that for anybody who's itching and scratching to know more about, you know, my town and how corrupt and terrible it is. And you know what? It is terrible, but I'll guarantee you there's probably, I don't know exactly how many counties are here, but I can probably guarantee you 90 to 95% of the counties are probably the same. That's why this whole state is horrible when it comes to politics. This whole state in regards to, like, you know, their communities and all this stuff is terrible. You know, it's so bad that the own citizens of the towns have given up on standing up for themselves. I just hope there's some change, you know. I hope that this state turns, because it might, because of this person in the White House. He's treacherous. He's trifling, that guy. And he's doing so bad, he's basically shooting himself in the foot. And he's shooting everybody else who is a Republican in the foot too, because they just look like idiots and fools right now. That's going to be like in the future. That's going to be like the deal breaker. Once somebody finds out like you're a Republican or that you voted this way, you are going to be blacklisted from people's lives. I swear. No one's going to like you. So, I mean, that's, you know, you might as well just go move somewhere into a town of Republicans or into, you know, a desert island somewhere away from civilization, because civilization is not going to like you anymore. They're going to realize that you're one of those dummies who acts crazy, who's a racist, you know, misogynist, you know, bigot, whatever. They're going to, that's how you're pictured. You're pictured already like that right now. And all, like, you know, the brown people who are MAGAs, you're just being laughed at in your face right now. Because I don't care how much you fight it and say, oh, he came over here the right way. I don't care how much you fight it. You look like an idiot to everybody. When I talk to the Mexican MAGAs over here, I look at them like, you idiot. You're such a, what's wrong with you? I might be looking at them and smiling and nodding, but I'm like, you are such an idiot. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking in my mind, you know, like this person, you know. And I'm sure anybody who is not Republican sees you the same way. If you're a man and you're single, because women are straying away from MAGA too, except the ones that are codependent on their MAGA husbands, who are slaves to them, who are most likely pedophiles themselves. Yes, the women. Or either that, or they allow their husbands to inappropriately mess with their children. Because I don't know any normal, sane, human woman who would ever allow anybody to violate their children. And if the woman is like, she's most likely doing it too. Yeah, if she's letting her husband do it, she's doing something too. So just be careful out there. But that's the fate of Republicans. Like, people are going to be afraid of to tell people that they're Republican or they voted that way. Unless you're an official, then you have no choice. But that's going to be the deal breaker in the future. And no woman is going to want you because she's going to know that you're a bigot and a, misogynist and manipulator, womanizer. They're going to know that. Male chauvinist. They're going to see it. Like, even if you try to be, like, not say what you are, or even if you say, oh, I'm independent, everyone you speak to who is not a Republican will see it, will hear it in your voice and in the things you say. Because they're so ignorant. The things that even the smart people, even the people who do have a little bit of education, but they don't have life experience. They only have like school experience, like these lawyers and all these people who have never actually, known what it feels like to struggle. Even they have something missing upstairs. I've spoke to them and I'm like, what's wrong? I'm also thinking the same thing. These officials, what is wrong with you? Like, you are, yeah, you are something special, But I'm not voting for any Republicans this time around in this town. No one. Not even the public officials that I spoke to that I thought who were nice. But you know why? It's because they're weak. Even at their high positions, they're weak and they don't stand up for themselves or the community. They're fearful and afraid of who, I don't know, especially when their position is high. You ain't getting my vote. No way. And I know who your husband is too, her husband, so he won't be getting my vote either. But neither will this Crow-Means guy when he runs again, because he might win again because I'm only one person and I don't know people and I can't like school people or educate people on these people. And all I have is my channel, and I know that there's not a whole bunch of people on my channel that actually live in this town. Some people are actually, it's around the world already. It's just a little bit though. It's, and it will grow eventually because people are interested in watching things about corruption and corrupt towns and whatever, But yeah, it's, I'm going to vote for anything but red, And with that Crow-Means guy, yeah, I'm not voting for him. They're so fake over there, especially his assistant, who tries to be nice and, oh, bedside manner, you have to speak. That guy, he's such a fake that, like, I was telling him how somebody was rudely talking to me, and he's like, well, they probably don't have as good a bedside manner as me. No, you're just a better actor, and you can hold back your anger better than them. That's the difference. That guy, what's his name? Johnson? Can't remember his first name. But he's super fake too, because when I was having a conversation with him in the past, I could hear the anger in his voice. He could not hold it back. This is what people don't understand, like when you speak to people, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who can read you. I smell fear. I do. It sucks. I smell fear. I smell confusion. I can hear it. And even better, when someone's in front of me, I could see it. But, over the phone, it's different and it's harder. But that's why a lot of the conversations I have over the phone are extended. It's not like a quick call. I extend the call because I'm fishing for answers. I'm giving you guys my secrets right now. And I'm sure there's people from Woodsboro over here trolling and looking. But I'm giving you guys secrets right now. And, it takes years of this, though, to figure it out, though. You're not going to think like the next person you're talking to, you're going to figure, it takes years. Yeah, you're not going to, but You can study people, and you can study their movements. You can even study when they're speaking to you and you hear a little shaking in their voice. Like everything. I'm anal like that, and I know about all that stuff. So it's kind of like, this is why in the past, and people may have known, like, that person don't hang out with no without. It's because back then, I had this skill also. So when I saw the fakes out there, I was like, The only difference between me and those people, though, was I was never afraid to speak up to them either. I've been involved in things that only men do. It's usually a man's thing, and I've been involved in a lot of stuff like that in my life. The only reason is, and I've come to learn why it's like that. It's because, I always wanted the love from my father because he never gave it to me, so I was always looking for my dad's approval. So I was always trying to outbeat my brothers, in things and doing stuff, whatever. So this is why. And I'm not, and I'm sure a lot of people think I'm a lesbian, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm a straight woman. I love men. I love masculine. But I also love intelligence. I don't go based on looks. That's why every conversation with me is extended, because I'm fishing. I'm fishing. People always get caught slipping. They always forget what they say or how they act. So, these videos that I have on the other channel, I could pick apart those conversations and explain things the whole way if I wanted to, but I don't want to. It's just, that's too much work. I'll just rather you listen to it and just gather whatever you hear from it. But anyways, look, it's a long talk. It's because chit chat. We didn't go outside. It's like kick back with you guys, have a little chit chat, maybe eventually one day, because, I'm really shocked that even how many subscribers I have. It's not a lot, but I can't understand how people are entertained by, but that's cool, if you're going through similar stuff as me and whatever, I'm glad to talk to you about it. You can comment and stuff, because I appreciate you. And if you are at this channel because you feel like, oh, you're going through a little something too, maybe there's something here, you can comment. I think I have my email down there. You can email me too if you're feeling some type of way and you want some opinion or advice for free. That's why, and that's another thing, you guys. I'm going to tell you another thing. That's why, I don't want I don't want my channels to grow too big. I just want, well, this one I'm shocked, right? But the tarot channel, like, I always thought in the beginning, like, oh, I want to be the most famous and be pop. But no, I don't. I don't even tell people I have this channel. I only tell selected few that I do tarot. People, I think people eventually find out or whatever, because if I become friends with them, like people on the road that I met, I never told them, but eventually they find out, But, I don't tell anybody. And that other channel, gosh, I can't believe there's like 800, I think, on there, give or take. And I'm surprised it's even that much. I've been on YouTube for a while too, but I haven't been telling people that that's what I do. It's just friends and family and close people. And then all the people that are on there basically like accidentally found my channel and was like, oh, I like it. So that's cool. But that's the reason why I don't want to get too many people, because what if too many people start, asking for my opinion and asking for help, and then I have too many people, and then I'll be overwhelmed, That's also why I don't erase any videos on my channel. Even though I progressed since the beginning, I started the tarot channel and my knowledge of tarot until now, it's completely different. But I leave the channel, I leave the videos up there because there's still good advice in there. So I just, and there's thousands of videos. So, no one really should have to contact me, because there is enough content on that channel to, help yourself, because all this stuff on that channel, I'm just telling you from the experiences from me. Stuff that I know that I've actually gone through. And I say it during the readings, oh, I've been through this. I've been through this. So you're not like getting information from somebody who hasn't lived it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. We're already over 25 minutes, but I appreciate anyone who stayed this long to listen. You know, you're welcome to comment and say hello. I will say hello back. If you're going through something, I don't want you to hurt. Look at the drop down below. I think my tarot channel's on there. Maybe, you know, and you know what? I don't do tarot like everyone else either. Okay, so that's another thing. I don't talk about, ooh, and, you know, the prophecy. No, I don't. I'm reading cards. You know, I'm a storyteller. So, and I can only give you stories about stuff I know. So, I mean, you know, worst comes to worst, somebody out there not feeling good or not, and you have no one to talk to, you know, because I have received emails in the past by people who were not feeling so well, and I helped them out, you know, try to talk them through it. You know, I don't know if I helped everybody or anybody at all, but I was there as somebody who was like, I'm listening, I mean, I'm here, I see you, you know what I mean? Anyways, you guys, that's all I have. I'm Mona. This was Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for December 17th, 2025, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.